Hello, everybody, and welcome to another fun Genichiro stream. Yay! Oh, man. Let's see, who do we have here so far? So far, we have Dan is here. Yay! And Kuro is here. Yay! Well, I hope y'all aren't married to this pretty face, cause this is the last time you're going to see it. Because tomorrow's the big day! Y'all have no idea how excited I am. I'm excited, I'm anxious, I'm nervous. It's all the emotions, all of the time, all at once. And Jatamir is here. Yay! Oh. Instantly in keeping with that, so I started a little bit early. I really need to make sure that I get a full night's sleep tonight, so I'm gonna be I'm gonna be a lot more strict with the cutoff time on this one. Because if I don't get sleep tonight, I'm gonna have a bad time tomorrow. And I don't want to have a bad time tomorrow. I'm already gonna be, going through a questionable amount of caffeine as it is once I get into the overnight hours tomorrow. I don't need to add more sleep depth into it. So. Yeah, what do you mean Probably disconnected. Like, my controller just disconnected from my PS4 all of a sudden. That is a nice notion, Jeff. But I am trying to stick to my diet right now. So, that means no carbs. Even the caffeine that I'm using is no carbs. Thank the gods that Gamer Subs is keto friendly. I mean, the diet's working. I definitely feel nicer. Can't eat apples either. Apples have sugar. I also have a rule against eating in my room, too. There's a story behind that. The quick version of the story is, so... For a little while, back during the lovely year of 2020, we, had an incident where a bunch of pests got into our personal areas. So we just one night, just all of a sudden, just a massive herd of ants came into our room. And when I say massive, I mean our bed was covered in ants. My primary partner comes up to me and is just covered head to toe in ants. And they just turn around, they look at me and they say, "Hey, hon, we're not sleeping in the bedroom tonight." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then I just see the ants all over them. I'm like, "Oh my goodness, what happened?" And I go and look, and they're just everywhere. We had a pest patrol company come in and wipe them out. Ever since then, we made it a house rule. Do not eat anywhere besides designated eating areas of the house, because we do not wish for even a chance of that to happen again. It's bad enough that during the winter, we had an issue where there were mice running around our house, as in where we live currently. There's no food up here, so I don't know what was attracting them. But, literally, there were just mice up here in our personal areas. My guess is it's probably just the easiest place for them to get in, because there was, in one of our bedrooms, there was just a hole they just chewed a hole through the freaking, baseboard in the carpet to get in that way, which is very disconcerting. So, yeah, ever since then, no eating outside designated areas. So at least if they do show up, they're like limited at least to not our sleeping areas. I mean, we do our best to make sure they don't come in. Like anytime we see any sign of them at all, we like quash it right away. So I'm hoping that it stays that way. Like I think the worst that we had happen was there was some that got into like the dining area one time, and we immediately just figured out where they were coming in, made sure that that area was sealed, and we started putting down a bunch of baits, and then we stopped having a problem. And we made sure to let our landlord know so they could get pest control over here. Thankfully, we don't have to worry so much about mice, because, I mean, one, it's summer, and two, the answer is neither. But I guess if you put a gun to my head and I had to pick, I'd rather have cicadas because they're bigger and they're just kind of like big old puppies. I mean, again, neither is preferable, but I guess I'd rather have the big old puppy buggies, because at least cicadas are kind of cute. Answer, no. No, just no. Yeah, thankfully I don't think we have to worry about mice anymore because we now have nature's pest control when it comes to mice. Yeah, they are loud as shit, but at least... I mean, the one advantage to them being loud is at least I'll know they're there. Ants are quiet. I'm just gonna lay down and all of a sudden be like, what's that weird tickling feeling? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, fuck me. So, yeah, now. Pros and cons. Anyway, we got ourselves a visual novel to start going through. Well, continue going through. So let's see. Where we last left off, the cat talks. Yay. Seriously, you have no idea just how excited I was that the kitty talks now. One of the main characters is dead. The other one was attacked. Which... How dare you attack my favorite character? Visojo is closing down, yes, that is correct. Gunrun made a post about that earlier, which... half-assed apology of, I didn't know it was for charity, except he also congratulated Mousy on the, meeting the charity goal, so, yeah, you can go ahead and say that you didn't know and act stupid, but they're shutting down with a non-apology attached. I'd rather not have a cringe bug story, though. Me no likey. Nichiro no likey creepy crawlies. My answer to creepy crawlies is flamethrower. Burn, baby, burn. Anyhow, let's get into it. Did I hit the thing? Okay, I did. Also, for the sake of, one, just in case stuff is blocked, and two, just because, like, the silence sometimes bugs me, I will read the non-spoken bits, but I'm going to read them in my normal voice. I'm not even going to attempt to emulate the characters' voices. Yeah, no, don't steal from charity. Don't steal. Just don't steal in general, because at the end of the day, you steal a little, you steal a lot, you're going to get caught. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Because every thief who thinks they're king shit fucks up eventually. That's just how it is. You could say you won't get caught all day. You're gonna get caught. It's gonna happen. And you're gonna have no one to blame but yourself. And yeah, lesson the second: don't mess with the House of the Mouse, because Iron Mouse has teeth. She can fight back. She will fight back. She's gonna get her pound of flesh out of Ishojo, and on her own, she managed to just blow it out of the water with donations to her IDF. So, yeah, they needed her more than she needs them, and well, they're dead, and she's gonna keep on thriving. So, rest in peace, Shoujo. I'm still sad about. I am sad about that whole thing. It's like I really legitimately did want to, like, hope beyond hope that I would become a member of them one day. And now it's just like, gonna stick with my whole indie thing permanently. I think if there's one thing I've managed to glean from this, it's that there's gonna be greed's gonna come in at some point. If you're even accidentally like offering a cut to an organization above you, and you don't have just absolute clarity on what that cut is, where it's going, and how it's being used, and you're not getting your share right away, they might seem like they're your buddies at first, and they might give you what you do at first, but once once more zeros start appearing at the end, it's all of a sudden the greed comes out. Anyhow. Alright. So, like I said, for the parts that aren't voiced, I'm going to read them. Let's see how many times I could screw up Jailadura's name. The game will correct me. And yeah, I'm not going to attempt to replicate the characters' voices. Just the only one I could reasonably do is Terra. And, I mean, Terra's voice is basically my base voice anyway, so there's no point in me changing for her. Quick little recap. I feel like I mentioned recap. I'll mention it again. Quick little recap of stuff and things. Maddie's dead. Oops. But it's okay. She's a ghost thing now. Which means she gets to talk to Abigail. So that's cool. Morgan and Tara are trying to plan some way to take down Evelyn. Evelyn knows. And Evelyn literally attacked Tara and thankfully only just bruised her really badly, but didn't like break any bones or anything. Which is good because Tara, my favorite character. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. And also, Jailadora finally talked. I mean, if Ace Attorney had zero options for choices, then yeah, sure. I mean, it's a visual novel. I'm reading through it and we're experiencing it. It's a visual novel. It's something different from my normal content, and I don't know. I was promised Yuri and girl kissing, and I've gotten it. I've gotten what I came here for. Everything else is just bonuses, like magic and talking cats. Anyway, away I go. It's been days since Evelyn attacked Tara, since Jailadora spoke to her. Days of fruitless searching for Maddie, and Tara is still trying to act like she's okay. By the way, this is from Orange means it's from Morgan's perspective. So, Morgan and Tara do not yet know that Maddie is dead. And Tara is still trying to act like she's okay. She pores over every piece of local history we can find. She makes jokes. She tells stories. She pretends she isn't losing hope every day we don't find Maddie. She's lying. It's her body that tells the truth. She pulls me closer when she's under me. She stays in my arms for longer than she did before. I doubt she even notices she's doing it, but years spent hiding my emotions have made me pretty good at spotting it in someone else. Is she doing it for me? For herself? Both? That's the only thing I still don't know.
Morgan?
I can hear Tara's voice calling from the kitchen. I smelled the smoke a second later. Oh. I'm out of the bedroom before I realize I'm moving. My mind fills up with a million possibilities. What if Evelyn's already here? What if the cabin's burning? What if...
I think I owe you a new pan.
I am Pan. Wait. Tara is fidgeting nervously. A cloud of black smoke billows from the pan on the stove. I can't even tell what was supposed to be in it. Whatever it was, it's charcoal now. Okay, I can safely say I can cook better than Tara. I mean, I've burnt stuff when I first started cooking, but I got a lot better at it.
You guys don't have, like, a fire extinguisher in here, right?
I'm not super familiar with Ace Attorney enough to make a judgment call on or offer an opinion on that, but so I'll just say, sure. Sounds kind of gay. I let out a breath I was holding. I shouldn't have panicked like that. I'm just glad she's okay.
We don't need one. Let me see that.
I walked past her and grabbed the pan. Before she could say anything, I opened the door and tossed whatever was in the pan into the snow. I run a rag under the tap and toss it to her.
Why don't you get the smoke off the wall before it stains? I'll take care of this.
Smoking! Wait, not in the good way though. I'm still coming down from my adrenaline. I have to make a conscious effort to say it as gently as possible. I don't want her to think I'm mad at her. She seems happy, but did she just flop to the floor? She seems happy being given something to do. She smiles and tries to salute, but with the wrong hand and ends up slapping herself in the face with the wet rag. Ah, that explains the sound. I swear she does stuff like that on purpose sometimes. While Tara scrambles to duty, I start washing out the charred remains still clinging to the pan. After a few moments, Tara shuffles nervously behind me.
You don't cook much, do you?
Does not cooking at all fall under not cooking much? Because if so, yeah.
Then why did you...
Oh yeah, grease fires are no joke. And definitely it's safe to say if you had any kind of thoughts on it as me as a kid, you're probably like, water puts out fires. Water does not put out grease fires. Water makes grease fires worse. Do not do that. Also, in case you didn't know that water plus grease fire equals bigger fire, water plus grease fire equals bigger fire. Don't add water to a grease fire. You smother it. That's why fire blankets exist. This PSA brought to you by Genjiro. Her eyes flick towards the counter, and I follow her gaze. There's a tray sitting there. It's a mess. A piece of clumsily sliced fruit, a cup of liquid, blackened toast.
You were making me breakfast.
Tara looks guilty. Aww.
Yeah, well, you know.
She looks down and starts fidgeting with her shirt. I was thinking suspicion she's never made breakfast for any of her other lovers before.
I figure that since we're leaving the cabin, it'd be a waste to just leave it here. And, I don't know, you've been really helpful and stuff. And I thought maybe I could pay you back a bit. But I just wasted the food anyway.
Aww. My mind reels. I can't utter a single sound. I don't really have any friends. The few people I'm on good terms with would never do something like this. Evelyn stopped preparing meals for me the instant I could make them for myself. And even when she did, they weren't much more than leftovers of what she made for herself.
It was a dumb idea. Sorry.
You'd think Evelyn would try at least a little harder. I mean, future host and all, you probably want to try and keep that body, like, in good shape? Or not, I don't know. How does crazy demonic bitch look at her future container? I mean, that version of putting out a fire is pretty much equivalent to using water, so yeah, don't do that. Tara and Morgan confirmed their feelings for each other with a tearful kiss. Aww. My body moves on its own. My arms outstretch and wrap around her. Before I know it, I'm reaching up to her face and pressing my lips against hers. The minute I actually process what I'm doing, I pull away and drop my arms to my sides. We both stand there awkwardly for a moment before I'm able to speak. I mean, were any of us like the smartest children out there? I mean, maybe one of us was like secretly a genius, but I can assure you that I was an idiot. I mean, I literally thought beans were money. So, yeah. I wasn't the smart kid either.
Thank you.
You're thanking me for screwing up making breakfast?
Oh, silly, it's the thought that counts.
I'm thanking you for trying.
Oh, right. I guess that makes sense.
I doubt someone like her would understand why this means so much to me. She has good people in her life. Random acts of kindness must be commonplace for her. If she's trans, and she is, I somewhat doubt that that's the issue. Probably more of a distinct lack of acts of kindness is probably the issue. Hi, Afro. How are yous? But for me, I've never been treated as anything but a tool. Ouch. Been there, done that. Had a point in my life where that was me. And yeah, it freaking sucks. Yay! I'm glad the cutie goddess is doing well. I mean, to be fair, who's to say that they don't take place in the same universe somehow? I mean, it's all Christmas stuff. Why not? There's no, like, rule that says they can't be in the same universe. I've spent years turning the idea in my head, thinking that I deserved it. It was easy enough to believe. So this moment means more to me than I could possibly say. Even if I actually knew how to talk to people, I couldn't do it. Here's my crazy film theory. Every movie, every fictional universe that ever exists, it's all somehow tied together. Unless somebody says otherwise. Which means eventually you're going to see the Enterprise face the Star Destroyer. And not just in fanworks. The best I can do is try to repay it in kind.
Maybe we could make something together? After all your videos have taught me, I'd be happy to teach you a few things in return.
Aww, cooking together. Yay!
Are you sure? I mean, I literally know nothing about cooking. All I do is slow you down.
Oh. She's protesting, but the smile on her face makes it clear how much she really wants to do this. Seeing that grin in person is way more radiant than seeing it through a screen.
That's okay. I'll take the lead, and we can go slow.
'Cause it's about the journey. I take her hand again. She squeezes it, and I squeeze back.
Now, let's start with teaching you how to use a stove without burning the house down.
Rule number 1, do not crank that shit on high. Seriously, I had to learn that the hard way. Like, that was my problem. I was like, I want the food to cook faster, so I'm just gonna crank it to high. No, don't do that. The food doesn't cook faster. It just burns on the outside, and then it's still raw in the middle. Burnt char outside that's inedible with icky goop, raw goop on the inside that's also inedible. Don't do that.
That's probably a good one to know, yeah?
I grabbed some sausages from the fridge and tossed them into the now clean pan before putting it back on the stove.
Okay, so you're going to want to have the heat a little lower than the absolute maximum for this one.
And she literally says the thing. Which, yeah, I bet Tara probably cranked it.
I figured the higher it went, the faster it would cook.
That's exactly what I thought when I was younger. Tara really is my spirit fictional character.
Technically, you're right, but that's also how you burn things beyond recognition.
How you know Ben 10 isn't a Kryptonian? We've never seen Kryptonite on screen, therefore we don't know if he reacts to it, therefore we don't know if he is or not. Maybe he's only part. Maybe that's why he doesn't have Superman strength. I could feel Gordon Ramsay screaming at me, "It's still fucking raw on the inside!" That's my best attempt at his voice. I don't want to overdo it tonight. I'm not gonna do the full scream. I do need to save my vocal cords for tomorrow, because there's one thing I learned from the last 24-hour stream. It's I'm gonna need to protect my voice as much as I can. I've seen bits and pieces of it. Like, I'm familiar enough with it. See a little Ben 10. Oh yeah, Hell's Kitchen. I remember watching Hell's Kitchen. It was hilarious. I moved behind her and put her hand on the pan handle, pressing against her back to move her hand side to side.
Keeping it in motion is a good way to make sure it cooks evenly.
Right, cool.
I take her through the basics. She handles instructions surprisingly well. It helps that she's eager to learn. After the sausage, we move to toast, then coffee. She's sloppy, but she makes it work.
You're doing great. I'm impressed.
Well, doing it with you is a pretty effective motivator.
Heh. I would say something like that.
Very subtle.
When am I anything but?
Oh, thanks for the heads up, Jaffamir. I did know about that already. Katie mentioned it to me. We finish up with the eggs, then sit down to eat. She powers through her meal, finishing before I'm even halfway through.
Holy shit! That was so good!
Looks like you're a better cook than you thought.
Oh, please. That was like 25% me at most.
Oh, don't talk yourself down.
But thank you. I definitely learned enough to surprise Mads when she gets back.
The mention of Maddie instantly sucks some of the joy from the room. Nice as this has been, I know it's only a temporary shelter from the clouds still looming over our heads. Her smile doesn't falter at all, but I can see her eyes twitch slightly after she speaks. I wish I could think of something reassuring to say. I tried just agreeing with her, but I know how hollow it would sound. But once again, she pushes it back inside. I know how that feels, although I have a much harder time smiling afterwards.
And the best part is that we don't have to wash any of the dishes since we're leaving after this.
Oh, hey, Ben 10 grew up. That's cool. I do like... One of the few things that I will sometimes make me like Ben is goatees. I do like me a good goatee. Don't know why, I just do. Or rather, I do know why, but we're not gonna go there. Don't. Best part is not having to worry about cleaning up afterwards. I mean, what a thing to say.
We're washing the dishes.
Ha!
Oh, come on!
She reluctantly drags herself over to the sink. I remain seated and continue eating. A few seconds later, Tara reappears casually.
Hey, quick question. It should be okay if we leave Maddie's stuff here, right? I'd hate for her to come back and be missing all her super important films.
People make the shows that they're gonna make because they think about what's gonna get them the most money, and by like whatever gets the most views. So more people should have said, "Hey, I want a grown-up Ben 10 on my screen." Oh, never watched it after all. Man, I only seen bits and pieces. Like, I know the basic premise and whatnot. Like, I know enough to understand it if somebody's talking about it, but not any of the details.
It should be fine. With us out of the way, Evelyn won't have any reason to focus on the cabin anymore.
Hey, Morgan, can you come here for a sec?
Hi, Archangel. I'm a little cute. Maybe I'm a little cute. I'm definitely Wolf Girl. 100% Wolf Girl. Maybe a little cute. Maybe just a tiniest bit of cute. Like cute flavored seltzer. I could be cute seltzer. I'll accept cute seltzer. Also, I decided to read the parts that aren't voiced just because it's like, the silence is driving me batty when I'm just like reading through stuff. And honestly, just make sure that nobody misses anything or that I'm not going too fast. So far, not much has happened. It's literally there was a fluff moment where Tara tried to cook breakfast for Morgan and failed at it. So Morgan showed Tara how to cook. I do love me a little fluff before we start going more into plot heavy stuff, you know, with potential hot spicy death and confrontations coming up. Well, more hot and spicy death and more confrontations. I mean, I feel old just in general, just because of life. The life is in quotes, and the life is represented by 20 years I've worked in retail. Anyway, I jog down the hallway to find her staring at a hefty black bag sitting in the hall.
What's that?
It's Mads' camera equipment. I was just thinking that maybe we should shoot a video before we leave.
Like, film an episode?
Not quite. More like a summary of what's happened, for reference. Kinda like a black box in a plane. That way there'll be a record. Something that could help anyone else who decides to look into this.
Fail safe. Got it. Honestly, after getting thrown against the wall, yeah, I'd probably consider that.
A dead drop.
She flinches at the term. That's probably a bit too morbid for her liking.
It's worth a shot. I can help you film it.
Well, Maddie's currently dead and is off being a ghost spirit thing in the woods with Abigail. Her body is somewhere in the woods, probably a very well frozen popsicle. Oh, you weren't there for that part? Yeah, Maddie's dead. Yeah, so Evelyn tricked Maddie into going out in the woods in the middle of a blizzard, and she froze to death. But Abigail and the Guardian of the Woods, that big tall antler thing from before, turned her into a spirit that's not dead, not alive, and is permanently bound to the woods. Or in my case, stand around on their cell phones all day.
Are you sure? That's a professional quality camera. Even I don't know how half the shit it does works. That's Maddie's domain.
Good time to learn.
I'm sure I can figure something out. It can't be too hard to get the basics down.
I grab the bag and sling it over my shoulder, then grab the tripod with my other hand.
All right, let's get to work. Okay, so, wait, let me...
Oh, they're going out into the woods. They don't know that Maddie is dead yet. I'm worried they're gonna find her body.
Hang on, I think I've got it.
No, that's just going to access the archive. We need to get the focus right for the main shoot.
Things aren't going well. Neither of us can figure out how to work the camera. My only contribution has been getting it on the tripod. Most of the terms Tara's using fly over my head. She claims that Maddie's the one who knows all about how to make it work, but even her limited understanding is worlds away from mine.
I'm sorry. I wish I could do more.
Don't sweat it, you're doing fine.
Lie.
Maddie never taught me much. She, makes the videos. I just do the talking.
Her voice is quiet. Maybe this was a bad idea. I'm worried it's a bad idea for other reasons. Oh dear, Aphrodite. That's a bummer. Oh, I've been tempted on more than one occasion to want to slap a bitch, but I keep it together. Honestly, the worst I've ever encountered was a one lady that just outright said in front of me, not to my face. She was saying it to my boss, but said outright in front of me to my boss that I understand that you hire people that others wouldn't hire. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm right the fuck here, lady. Did you seriously? I was actually pretty annoyed at my boss that day because she ended up giving the lady stuff for free, which, I'm sorry, if you just, like, insult two of your employees that way, you just let somebody, like, insult two of your employees in that manner, you're not getting a thing. This game is classed as a visual novel. As for like the type of story, I'm sure it says on the box somewhere. Or maybe not. Oh, we already know there's ghosts out here. We've seen them several times already. Like literally, one of the main characters got turned into a ghost, quote unquote. And the other one, you can't actually see the other ghost. Or for that matter, you can't see either of them. The only reason why Maddie was able to see Abigail while Maddie was still alive was because Abigail knew a technique for projecting her appearance in a way that is visible to the living. Yeah, we might. All it seems to be doing is making her miss Maddie even more. And I'm sure as hell not good enough to replace her. At least I finally managed to get the camera to a point where it's actually filming. That's a good sign.
Oh shit, you got it!
Oh, I think I get it. Balance is never the answer, but it is a question. A question of do or do not, and the answer is do not. She's humoring me. The picture isn't even close to being in focus, and I somehow managed to make the colors even more washed out than this place already is. It doesn't look anything like her most recent videos.
I can do better. There are still settings I haven't tried.
Tara claps me on the back. A bit too hard. She's so obvious.
Don't worry about it. The stuff is confusing. Maybe the blur will make it look more mysterious or something.
Sure.
She leans against a tree in front of the camera. On her signal, I hit what I hope is record. I give her a slight nod, and she's off.
Hello, everybody! Welcome to a very special Not Quite an Episode of Terranormal. We've had a lot of crazy shit go down in the past couple weeks, so Morgan and I are putting this together to make sure we don't miss anything.
Never actually played through the story of GTA 5. It's something I intend to do at some point.
Who's Morgan, you ask? She's our inside woman, as they say. We wouldn't have found any of the stuff I'm about to tell you about if not for her, and she's been a hell of an assistant, too. Mads would be manning the camera right now, but, she's not here right now. It's complicated.
I'm really worried they're gonna find Maddie's body. Her voice dips for a moment before launching back into her professional cheeriness.
So, where to begin? Well, I suppose I should start with a little story about a spirit, also known as the only time I've had fun in church.
She launches into her story without having to take a single moment to think about it. I feel like I'm watching her transform in front of me. Wonder how many hand gestures there's gonna be. I feel like it's just going back and forth. Her uncertainty is gone. Her anxiety is gone. That melancholy she's had inside her since Maddie disappeared is gone. It's like she's glowing. I wish I could tell her how wonderful it is to see, but I know I'd never be able to say something like that.
Anyway, that's pretty much all we have right now. Hopefully Mads will be back soon.
I hear her voice shake for a fraction of a second. She corrects it instantly, but I know I heard it.
I'm not gonna lie, there's some bad shit out here. Maddie got caught up in it somehow, but it's nothing that's gonna last. Am I in danger too? Sure, but that's nothing new for me. You're talking to a girl who nearly got eaten by a bear because park rangers suck at their jobs.
Context?
I'm just making this so we don't have as much to go over when we find her. The dry air out here is killer on my throat, so I could use the help.
She coughs loudly. I'm not sure if it's real or just for emphasis.
And Evelyn, if you find this, know that we're gonna make you pay for what you did.
Her voice breaks again. This time it's unmistakable. Maybe this was a bad idea. She takes a minute before she starts talking again. Her voice is shaky. Her face has a strange expression I've never seen before.
I'll do whatever I have to do, you know? If you're watching, I want you to know that. Can you just give me my friend back? Can you just do that now?
Oh, crap. The start of a mental breakdown when I see one. Tears begin to flow down Tara's cheeks, and she begins to crumple as she continues speaking.
I'll do anything, I swear. I don't care if we don't find any more evidence. I don't need anything else from this trip.
I want to give her a hug.
I just want Maddie back.
I can't just watch this anymore. I leave the camera and run to her side. I throw my arms around her and I feel her body sink into mine.
I'm sorry, Tara. I'm so sorry.
I wrap my arms tighter as I feel her legs give out. It's all I can do to keep her upright as she starts to sob into my shoulder. Unease settles in my chest. I've never had to do anything like this before. But I have to try. I have to do something. I mean, depending on the universe, Jaffamir, potentially. But I haven't seen any indication that the ghosts and spirits that are in this universe can do that. By the way, yes, I know what I said earlier about all universes are connected, but that's the crackpot theory for another time. We're gonna stay slightly more grounded, at least as grounded as we can in a world full of giant divine woodland spirits and ghosts and fairies and talking cats and demons. Like, the only known way that's been established so far that ghosts can interact with the living is through projection. And that projection is basically they can project an image of themselves, but that image can't talk and obviously has no physical mass or anything, so it can't touch you either. That's the only thing that we have established of how ghosts communicate with the living in this world. Oh, there's options? Oh, well. I didn't think I would see an option at any point. I feel like I should save just in case there's a chance that it's significantly different. And then I'll also save. That will be in case I want to see what the other's option is. So. I'm gonna go with keep her strong. I hold her up as best as I can. I can't just let her give in.
Tara, listen.
Well, they can communicate with sign language, but only if they knew sign language in the first place. So originally Abigail and Maddie were able to communicate to each other through gestures. So not like sign language in the conventional sense of how deaf people talk, but like just being able to like point at things and like make an attempt at communicating. Like the way that Maddie was able to figure out Abigail's name was Maddie went and bought a book that had a bunch of baby names in it and kept going until she found Abigail's name, and Abigail just pointed at it, and that's how she learned Abigail's name. So communication like that. She wipes away some of her tears. More keep coming.
Yeah?
We have to keep fighting. Whatever happened to Maddie, we'll make Evelyn pay for it. I promise.
Just gestures. No transformations or anything like that. She nods weakly.
Yeah, of course.
We'll do it for Maddie.
Well, so far the only person that seems, or being that seems like able to readily to possess people is Evelyn, and that's her whole shtick is that she needs to find a new host every like couple of decades, give or take. And the bad kind of possession where she takes over someone's body and that person's sense of self is destroyed forever. She sniffles some more, trying to force the tears back in. I can't help feeling guilty for encouraging her to stuff everything back down inside her. But it won't be that way forever. Keeping so much pain inside you can break you in ways that are impossible to fix. I won't let her be like me.
You and I are going to make it happen. Together.
I worry that my words are making her angry. I don't want it to seem like I don't care about Maddie. But they seem to be helping. She's finally able to stand on her own.
You're right. We got this. We'll make her pay.
She pulls away, her body still shaking.
It's the only way to make this right.
That's the spirit.
I make my way back over to the camera to start packing it up. I glance over at Tara while I do so. She seems to be doing better. Sometimes pushing everything back inside helps. For a moment, anyway. We just need to stay focused on a goal. We don't talk on the ride back. Tara doesn't even fidget. It isn't until we stop in the village that she speaks. Oh, thank goodness they did not see Maddie's body. I don't think Tara is ready for that yet.
I hope you don't think I'm mad at you for bringing us out here.
You aren't?
Nah, I know you just wanted to make something good happen for all of us. Things just didn't work out that way is all. Besides,
Her voice trails off into mumbles. After a moment, she takes a deep breath and restarts.
Coming here meant I got to meet you. I'm sure as hell not complaining about that.
Kiss! 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 Kiss!
I'm sure you've met plenty of fans in person.
Yeah, but you're not just a fan. Not to me. You're a lot more than that.
What are you saying?
She suddenly looks away from me. I think she's trying to hide the fact that she's blushing. Poorly.
I don't know, just I haven't ever really met anyone like you before is all.
For a moment, strange thoughts fill my head. I want her to say more than that. I don't know what I want it to be, I just want more. But I know better than to ask for that.
If it helps, I haven't met anyone like you before either.
Have a good night, Jathamir.
Well, I could have told you that one. I am one of a kind, you know.
No argument there.
Special edition, only one ever made. I'm having a hard time looking at her. I don't know why. This is a new feeling. I push it away and reach for the carriage door instead. There's a weird air in the carriage now.
Let's get inside. We still gotta figure out how much of your stuff we can fit in my closet.
I mean, I could just leave some of my clothes on the floor. That's what I do at home.
God dang it. No messy. Do not be messy.
Not happening. I like being able to see my floor.
Amen to that.
Can't blame a girl for trying.
Valid. I can't help laughing. She laughs too. She's going to be okay. I know she will. And I'm going to make sure she stays that way. Oh, and we're going back to Maddie. Okay, so real quick, I want to... Sort of the menu is a little weird. I do want to see if anything like really becomes different if you pick the other option, so I'm gonna do that real quick and then I'll come back to this part. And yeah. Well, that's why I just saved right now. Okay, so let's see what happens if you pick I should let her mourn. Everything that's happened has been my fault. There's probably nothing I could say that would make up for that. Maybe I shouldn't say anything. I just hold her like this. Physical comfort is all I'm good at, after all. I'll take care of her. It's the least I can do. I lower her down to the ground slowly. I don't even feel the snow on me. And... Gosh darn it, add time. The add timer says now. Grumble, grumble. So, I'll let that play out for a moment. Oh, thank goodness we did not see Maddie's dead body! Although, I wonder if somehow, like, lower her to the ground and then sits down and's like, oh, I noticed something odd here, and then it's Maddie's body. That would be terrifying. Let's hope that's not what's about to happen. I needed to take a sip. I basically have been running my mouth the whole time. Not a bad thing by any means, but it's practice. If I can't talk for most of 2 hours, then how am I going to be able to do it for 24? Because, we're gonna be in the middle of it. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll be fine. We're almost back from ad jail. And there we go.
Take your time. Getting it out will help.
Well, well, this feels weird doing it on Visual Novel Stream! We blew up a moment!
This is all such bullshit. Why would she take Mads? She wasn't causing any trouble.
She grabs handfuls of my sweater where her hands rest against me. I don't stop her.
I could have helped her. I could have talked this out with her, but I didn't. And because of that,
Ah, I see. Well, sometimes there's just a wee bit of a lag. I squeeze her tighter. There's nothing else I can do. I give up on thinking of something to say. I'm better at saying nothing anyway.
I should have let her stay home. I should have listened to her when we were out here.
Hi, Kappa! And I mean, I'm sure they will kiss again at some point. Also, I don't think I like this. The choice that I picked. I think the initial one I picked was the right one. I mean, I'm not even sure if there's a right or wrong one. She pulls away from me and sits down in the snow. Then she smiles. It's a bitter, broken smile. The kind of smile you can only form when you don't know what else to do.
I just keep ruining things, huh?
Tara, you aren't the reason the two of you came here. I was. This is on me.
She has to know I'm right deep down. I don't want her to hate me, but I'd much rather she hate me than hate herself. They did not find her body, thank the gods. Or at least, not with the choice that I made earlier. I'm pretty sure they aren't, though. Like, I don't think that any choices that I see are gonna, like, affect anything beyond the scene. I mean, I'm gonna check, like, the stuff's... I'm gonna go get to the part where it goes back to Maddie, and I have a sneaking suspicion it's just gonna... Like, the carriage ride's gonna play out the same. Like, if it starts being the same, I'm just gonna be like, I'll save this and I'll, like, revisit it off stream, and if it's actually different, then I'll do it on stream, but I don't think so. I could also look it up, but, like, I don't want to look it up right now because that would be potential spoilers, and I don't want spoilers for this. So I hold Tara. I hold her with as much tenderness as I can, and she breaks into heaving sobs on my shoulder. I feel her body rocking with loss and pain, and her hot tears fall and freeze on the ground below us. I let her feel the extent of her grief. It's a pain I can never understand. The pain of losing someone important to you. Meeting Tara, I've only just started to know what that bond is like, but it can't compare to what she has with Maddie. Tara's wailing grows muffled as she buries her face into my chest and hugs me tightly. Hesitantly, I stroke her hair in return. Time passes. Eventually, Tara grows quiet. She sniffles and shakes in my arms, but relaxes with each breath. I never found any words to say. We sit there together until finally Tara lifts herself from me, her face red and puffy. She gives me a weak smile and wipes her face. I start to pack up the camera as she cleans herself up. It seems like this might have helped after all. I should probably just leave it be and head back with her, but one thought keeps burning in my head. I have to tell her.
Tara,
Oh,
I'm going to make sure you get Maddie back, no matter what.
She stares at me like I just spoke to her in another language. Then she finally gives me a smile that doesn't have an ounce of sorrow in it.
I know. If anyone can, it's you.
Okay, maybe this was the better choice. I'm not sure what she means by that. I hope she's not thinking of the same thing I am. She probably thinks I'm just talking big, like I'm some brave knight about to go kill a dragon. I wish that was true. But I'm thinking about the only way I know I can save her. The way that only I can. And that's to give Evelyn what she wants. Don't you fucking dare! Me. Okay, this is starting to be... Oh no, it's still slightly different. I figured the wet pants would make sitting even harder for her than it already is, but she's completely still. It isn't until we stop in the village that she speaks. Hi, Rico! Thank you for the raid! How are you? How are you doing? 18 plus kitty chatter. May J and Ladora talk again on screen by the end of tonight. And... you played some Keep Talking, No One Explodes. That's gonna be one of the games that I'm playing tomorrow. So far, no talking cat yet. Not tonight. Just a little bit of our best friend is dead. Holy crap! I have to keep dealing with this. Hi, Frosty. EP mode. Oh my. And tomorrow's gonna be my first time playing it. I've watched others play it, but I haven't played it myself. So I'm looking forward to probably getting blowed up many times as the person that I'm playing it with. Blast. If it was a blast, that means you were doing it wrong. Right? So the idea is you don't want to explode. Unless, I don't know, you just want to keep blowing up. Baby, indeed.
I hope you don't think I'm mad at you for bringing us out here.
Okay, now it's starting to seem
You
like
aren't?
it's playing out the same.
Nah, I know you just wanted to make something good happen for all of us. Things just didn't work out that way is all. Besides, coming here meant I got to meet you. I'm sure as hell not complaining about that.
I'm
So-
sure you've met plenty of fans in person.
Yeah, but you're not just a fan. Not to me. You're a lot more than that.
Okay, if anything else is going to be different, it's going to be this next part.
What are you saying?
Yeah, it's starting to play out the same. All right. I will revisit the second option off stream, and if it's actually different, I will stream it. But I don't think it's going to be any different, so I'm just going to save that. And then load where we were before. Yes, I'm sure I want to do this. Alrighty. So, back to Maddie. By now, I've all but given up hope on being able to see Tara again. But I can't abandon the idea without at least trying to get through to her. She deserves to know that I'm okay. The okay is in quotes. For why I say it that way. So, the character on screen right now, her body is dead. She is currently in a state that's between life and death. So, like a ghost essentially, but not exactly. She's basically tied to the woods that are nearby here. And the woods are full of magic. That's the insultingly short version. Also, before I run away too far into this, Rico, if you need to do some post-stream care, get yourself some sleepies, by all means. I will do my best to entertain your community until it's time for me to also get some sleepies. Remember, everybody, self-care is important. Never neglect self-care. Says the person who's going to do a 24-hour stream tomorrow. That's one way of looking at it, Kuro. I need to actually go through it and actually watch Bleach properly, and rather than just bits and pieces. Recurring theme, popular thing. I've seen bits and pieces of it because I like to be aware of popular thing. Genichiro, definitely. Do as I say, not as I do, is definitely a recurring theme for me, just in general. Or at least okay as I can be given the circumstances. Yeah, exactly. But exactly to my point. At first, Abigail was hesitant about interacting with other people. I don't blame her. After 2 centuries of solitude, talking to 3 complete strangers within the course of a few days would be a pretty jarring shift. Despite that, she understands how important this is to me. She also warned me that we can't venture too far in the village itself. The magic of the forest only extends so far, and there's no telling what would happen to us if we went past it. The border of magic isn't clear-cut, so she made me promise to stay close to her. Just in case. I really am lucky to have someone as accommodating as her with me. Even if we fail, it means a lot that she's willing to try. I tried to fill her in on what to expect from Tara and Morgan's personalities, doing my best to be as charitable as I can when telling her how likely Tara is to completely flip out when she sees a ghost. Once she's fully prepared, we make our way to the cabin. It's empty. Right, Tara's now living with Morgan. Fudge! It's empty. There's not a trace that anyone has been here in days. All of Tara's things are gone. That's an instant relief. It seems like a planned exit.
Did you find something, Madison?
I can't help flinching as Abigail floats through the wall next to me. Oh, come on. They can't hear me say this word. Corporeality is one of those things I haven't been able to get used to.
I think so. It seems like the two of them went back to the village.
I don't even entertain the idea that she went home early or anything like that. It's not in her nature.
Do you think so? That sounds like it would be dangerous. Why would they put themselves in danger like that?
To kick some Evelyn ass.
I have no idea. Hopefully we can ask them ourselves.
Abigail starts to back away, looking down at the ground.
Madison, of course I'll do my best to help you. But I feel like it would be remiss of me if I didn't warn you to not get your hopes up. It took me years to be able to manifest myself. The chances of you being able to communicate with them so soon are low.
Abigail mentioned previously that her ability to project herself took her decades to learn. Although she keeps trying not to really run home the ghost spirit thing too hard for Maddie, because it's very clear that Maddie is just not feeling the whole ghost thing. Like, she's still in the denial stage, in a sense. Like, she knows what her circumstance is, but she hasn't really accepted it yet.
That's okay. I didn't have much hope to begin with.
I don't like being this dour about things, but I don't see how else I'm supposed to feel. She looks stricken by my words, and I hastily tried to gloss it over.
I mean, hey, you never know. If you can do it, maybe I can come along with you. The two of us together are bound to be able to accomplish more than we could on our own.
Together.
She looks down, grabbing handfuls of her gown. She agreed to come with me before, but it seems like she's having second thoughts.
What's wrong?
It's just that accompanying you would mean returning to Eisenfeld again. I haven't returned since, well...
Oh no. I'd never even thought to ask about that. I've tried to avoid talking about her death as much as possible. Strange as it sounds, it feels like it would be rude in a way, invasive. But I should have at least checked with her before suggesting we make our way there.
I'm sorry, Abigail. I didn't mean to...
To my surprise, she hurries back towards me and nearly bumps her head against mine as she closes the gap between us.
You don't have to apologize, Madison. I agreed to help you, and I'm going to honor that commitment.
Aww. I want these two to kiss. It's Maddie's turn.
Besides, maybe it could be good for me. I can't avoid going back there forever. And having you there will make the burden of memory much easier to bear.
The only thing I'm worried about is if they run into Evelyn, is Evelyn going to be able to sense them? And can evil demon bitch person thing do bad things to spirits? Like, cut off their, like, magic connection, which would cause them to die, like, go all the way over to death rather than just be in the middle like they are right now. Her conviction combined with her invasion of my personal space makes my face flush red, and for a moment it looks like she's worried she upset me. I give her the best smile I can manage. After years of making Terra normal, I'd hoped maybe a bit of Terra's charm and social skills would have rubbed off on me. They haven't.
If you say so. As long as you don't feel like I'm forcing you or anything.
Ah, such an awkward puppy.
Not at all. You've been nothing but kind to me, Madison. I want to repay that kindness.
If anything, I still feel like I'm indebted to her for saving my life. But I know she wouldn't see it that way. I've done my best to be polite, but I haven't exactly made any grand gestures of thanks to her.
Thank you, Abigail. Really.
Kiss, 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 kiss.
Of course. Now then, shall we?
Lead the way.
Aww. Every time Terra and I visited Eisenfeld, we were stared at everywhere we went. Now, seeing everyone walk by Abigail and me without so much as a glance is surreal. Abigail gazes at the buildings as we pass by, occasionally pointing out ones she remembers from her time. Her voice is a strange mix of excitement and melancholy. I'm not sure if I should encourage her mood or try to comfort her. Don't give me the option again. I'm gonna have like a million save files. As we enter the town square, we start to encounter larger groups of people. Each time one passes close by, Abigail grabs onto my arm and moves closer to me. Is she scared of crowds? Or is it something about the villagers themselves that has her shaking? I'm tempted to ask her, but I think better of it. For all I know, this fear could be connected to the way she died. My mind runs wild with possibilities. Maybe she was burned as a witch, or cast out of the village? Honestly, the witch thing, probably not too far removed from the realm of possibilities, seeing as that church that's in the woods was a pagan church, and, well, the people clearly aren't pagans now. Or pagan adjacent. I forget what they said, but it was definitely not a Christian church. This definitely isn't helping. I need to focus. Thankfully, it's not too long before we reach Morgan's house. I just hope they're here, and more importantly, I hope we can reach them.
Are you ready, Abigail?
I'm ready. Let's go.
We phase through the wall and into the kitchen. And there they are. Terra and Morgan sharing breakfast. Close enough to touch. I'd give nearly anything to be able to hug them right now. My feelings are a mixture of guilt and elation. And worry. But more than anything, I'm glad she's okay. Both her and Morgan. I need to talk to Terra. There's so much I need to say and ask.
Terra! Can you hear me?
Well, you darn well know she can't. Been on the other side of this.
Morgan, this is delicious. How the hell do you know how to make all this stuff?
Apparently she can't. She doesn't even look in my direction.
Most of it I picked up from older folks in the village. The rest I pieced together from random cooking videos.
When all this is said and done, remind me to give those channels a shout out in an episode, because this rules.
I try waving my hands in front of their faces, hoping that maybe movement will convey what my voice clearly can't. Once again, no reaction. I wonder if Jaeladora can see Maddie and Abigail. Jaeladora's the cat, by the way. Morgan leans towards Terra, passing right through my hand.
Maybe you'll learn enough while you're here to make a few cooking videos yourself.
Are you asking because you actually think that'd be good, or do you just want to see another video where I almost burned my house down?
No burning down the house, please. Morgan shrugs and gives Terra a small smirk. When Terra chuckles in response, I feel another surge of sadness. I knew I shouldn't have expected this to work right away, but I'm still crestfallen. Having them this close hurts in a way I couldn't have imagined. All the time I spent feeling ignored while I was alive seemed so trivial compared to this.
So what's the plan for today? Got anywhere in town we might be able to hit up for local lore?
Most of the official records of town history are sealed up in Evelyn's office, so those are off the table.
What a surprise. Unseal the Evelyn files. The public deserves to know. No, I'm not offering commentary on anything that's happening in the world right now. Just in case, Papa Bezos is listening.
But we might have some luck checking out older buildings around town. She's done a good job of cleaning up evidence of what Eisenfeld used to be, but maybe you'll notice something I didn't.
Man, this would be a great time for, being able to, perceive Abigail, since there's something that Evelyn definitely missed.
Sure, I mean, it's worth a shot.
Her voice barely contains a trace of the fire I'm so used to. I have to hope that at least the remaining traces assigned shall regain the fire someday. At least she's not alone. Morgan reaches out and puts her hand on Tara's shoulder, squeezing gently. When she speaks, her words are soft and strained.
Are you going to be okay?
What do you mean?
After yesterday, if you need some time to rest, nobody's going to blame you.
Tara looks down for a moment, but when she looks up again, her eyes hold that same fire I saw so often back home.
I'm good. The sooner we get some clues, the sooner we can end this shit for good.
Are you sure?
100%. We got this.
Yeah, get that bread. I feel that urge to hug her again, even stronger than I did before. They don't have a shred of evidence to suggest I'm anything other than dead and gone, but she hasn't given up. I still don't feel any kind of power within me that I could use to manifest myself. Abigail's my only hope. I turn to her, trying to keep my voice level despite my desperation.
Abigail, do you think you can manifest? Even if I can't reach them, maybe you can.
Abigail nods, but she's frowning. My heart wasn't exactly soaring, but I can feel it sink even further.
I'll try, but whatever power I had that allowed me to appear to you has felt much weaker since I used it to save you.
That's not good. Abigail closes her eyes and starts to lift higher off the ground. As I watch, I feel a strange feeling in the air around me. As if it's bending around her, being pulled aside so she can step through the border between our worlds. For a minute, it seems like it's actually working. I'm trying to figure out what exactly I'm going to say when I feel the energy in the air start to fade. Abigail seems to be struggling, furrowing her brow as she sways in the air. Her face scrunches, and guilt stabs me like a knife. Is she in pain?
Abigail, stop. It's okay.
Maybe if I just try a little harder.
I reach out and gently take her hand, lowering her to the ground. She opens her eyes, breathing hard. As much as I want to see Tara, it's not worth making her feel like this.
It's okay. I promise. We can try again some other time.
Like, maybe if they get closer to the woods? Closer to, where all the magic is? Abigail gave us a faint nod and stares down at her feet. Her hands ball into fists as her shoulders rise and fall.
I'm so sorry, Madison. I don't understand why this is happening.
There aren't any rulebooks for this sort of thing. I don't blame you for not knowing about things most people think are impossible to begin with.
The disappointment I'm feeling takes a back seat to concern for Abigail's well-being. I've already put her through a lot by making her come here in the first place.
We knew beforehand that this was a long shot. I'm just happy I got to see them again.
Are you sure?
I'm not, but I know that if I tell her that, she'll want to try again. It's better this way.
I'm sure. You've done more than enough by coming with me.
Also, if Abigail burns herself out trying to appear to everyone, then Maddie's going to be spending 200 years trying to pantomime with non-talkative forest spirit. So yeah, no, maybe don't make Abigail burn herself out. That would be bad. I look back to Tara and Morgan. Taking what I pray isn't my final glance at them. To my surprise, Tara is leaning against Morgan's shoulder while Morgan's arm is wrapped around her back in a loose hug.
Thank you. As messed up as all this is, I'm glad that you're the one helping me get through it.
Tara's voice is soft, and it carries a vulnerability I don't think I've ever heard from her before.
Same here. We make a good team.
Tara raises her head to look at Morgan, their faces inches apart.
We should have a team name, like the Dream Team or something.
Oh my god. This is the same line of thinking that came up with the name Tara Normal.
We'll work on it.
Please workshop that. I already had a feeling that the two of them had something going on before all this happened. I'm not that surprised, if I'm being honest. Stuff like this has happened before with her. But it's always a one-night stand, or some kind of quick fling. Never the kind of thing that would merit real vulnerability. I mean, eventually everybody meets somebody. And hopefully, if they're lucky, they don't fuck it up. Several times over. And are left wondering if they're gonna be able to fix things. Then again, she's never been in a situation like this before. Maybe losing me brought out a part of her I never knew she had. As if in response to my thoughts, Morgan leans forward and kisses Tara. It's a lot more than a simple peck on the lips. This is something deeper. So deep, in fact, that I have to turn away. It seems wrong to spy on something that's intimate. That is correct. Please don't spy on your friends. Next to me, Abigail has also turned away. Her face is a bright crimson, and her hands are close to her chest. First time? I didn't stop to consider that this is the first act of intimacy she's seen in 2 centuries. For all I know, this could be the first time she's ever seen 2 women kiss. 200 years ago, I'm pretty sure of that.
You okay?
She looks up at me, slightly alarmed.
Yes. I'm okay. I just wasn't prepared for something like that.
Trust me, I wasn't either.
Abigail pauses for a moment, closing her eyes and taking a calming breath. A small smile crosses Abby's face as she blushes, her wide eyes softening.
It is nice though, isn't it? A love like that can give someone incredible strength.
Kiss! 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 I'm going to keep hoping for these two to, like, also have a relationship of some kind. A romantic one. Obviously, they have a connection of some kind already.
Yeah, I'm happy for them.
I really am. Maybe this will help her cope better now that I'm gone.
But we should probably go. I feel really weird being here for this.
Of course. Maybe we can try this again another time.
Please don't phase through the walls in the middle of them doing stuff. I mean, do it, but don't do it. But do it, but don't. Her words lack conviction, but she doesn't protest. I'll have to think of some ways to cheer her up once we get back to the church.
Hey, do you want to maybe...
The front door creaks open. All 4 of us freeze as we face the entrance. It's Evelyn. Evelyn stalks in and slams the door behind her. She doesn't say anything, but neither do Tara and Morgan. Tara's shaking, and Morgan places a protective arm in front of her as she glares at her mother. I shiver too. desperately wanting to look away but feeling unable to. A part of me screams to do something, anything, to get her away from Morgan and Tara. Yet, there's a stronger part of me screaming, I need to leave. I need to get out of here. But I feel just as frozen as the day I died. I feel Abigail on my arm, pulling me backwards. She pulls my body through the connecting wall, and only when Evelyn is out of my vision can I breathe again. Abigail presses against me, just as stunned as I am. I try to keep calm, telling myself that she doesn't even know we're here, that she can't hurt me anymore. Evelyn passes through the door and by the corner where Abigail and I are lurking. And she stops. Slowly, her head turns to look where we are, where there's otherwise just empty space. Oh, crap baskets. She's so close that I can see her face contort in recognition and shock.
Madison!
I jerk my head towards Abigail to see that she's already started to head for the wall, waving for me to follow her. It's enough to snap me out of my trance. I run to her, casting a backwards glance at Evelyn to make sure she isn't following us. She doesn't move, but her eyes track us as we run. Right before I pass through the wall, her mouth opens.
How?
Magic, bitch! I don't stick around to find out what she says next. Abigail and I run as fast as we can, phasing through buildings and people with reckless abandon. After what we just saw, all other fears feel inconsequential. By the time we're back in the forest, it's clear that Evelyn has no interest in pursuing us. For now, at least.
Madison, are you okay?
She puts her hand on my shoulder, pulling me closer to her. My head throbs painfully and my breathing is shaky, but her touch grounds me. Yeah, you know, finally start to become a little bit more accepting of the ghost thing. Even saying died in reference to herself just in time for the psycho bitch to be able to see ghosts. Which, yeah, coming face to face with my killer after I'm dead and knowing that there's a non-zero chance said killer could somehow make it worse. Yeah, no, fuck this shit, I'm out. Just when you thought things couldn't get worse, things seemingly have gotten worse. Also, if I remember correctly, Abigail said something about knowing what Evelyn was. And then also saying that supposedly Evelyn couldn't hurt her anymore. I wonder if we're about to get some details to that.
I'm not sure, but I'm a lot better now that we have some distance between us and her.
I look backwards towards the village, half expecting her to come flying at us like some kind of demon.
She saw us, Abigail. How is that possible?
Abigail looks down at the ground, and I realize she's shaking as hard as I am.
I wish I knew. Madison, she said something to you before we left, didn't she?
Yeah, I didn't catch all of it, but I think I know what she was going to say. She looked shocked when she saw us. Confused, even. I think she didn't know about us being out here.
Well, cat's out the bag now, and I ain't talking about Jailadora. Abigail's voice is barely above a whisper when she speaks. Her face is drained of color.
But now she does.
The message is clear. As long as Evelyn is in Eisenfeld, we can't be. I'm sorry, Tara. I'm sorry, Morgan. But it looks like you're on your own. Yep. Oh, we get to do things from Abby's perspective. This is new. And also a nice little lavender color. The midday sun sits high in the sky, setting everything aglitter. The vibrant music of the forest, the pitter-patter of dripping snow, the chitter-chatter of birds, and the accompanying breeze is especially loud today. The events of yesterday are a forgotten nightmare, and so today must be a dream come true. Yeah, suddenly realizing that, oh great, the evil psycho bitch that we've been worried about this whole time now knows that we exist and can see us, and do gods only know what. Madison stands with her back to me and to the church facing the forest. Her head is tilted back ever so slightly. For the first time, she looks truly at peace. For the briefest moment, she's framed by the sunlight. Then, perhaps sensing me watching, she turns around and smiles at me, and I can't help but smile back. Without a doubt, the past several days have been the happiest of my extraordinarily long existence.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Yeah, I did. It's getting a bit easier.
No, but seriously though, do they actually need to sleep? Does this kind of go back to the whole dead but not dead thing? Like, can they not sleep? I mean, they don't have physical bodies anymore, so they don't need to, like, eat or anything. So they shouldn't need to sleep in theory.
That's wonderful.
I know that isn't true, that she tossed and turned and sighed until early in the morning. I know, but I understand. Whatever it takes for her to feel more comfortable, more at home, I wish that I knew how to help. For me, sleep was the last thing on my mind after I passed. I explored endlessly, backtracking over and over again until I knew every step of these woods. Yeah, okay, so yeah, you don't need to sleep. Got it. I made the most of my situation as best as I could, and rather well if I do say so myself.
What would you like to do today?
Let's go back to that forest clearing. The one where the fairies live? I'd like to see it again.
My soul sings that out of everywhere we've been, that would be the place she wants to return. I rush to her side, drawn to her presence like a magnet. Simply being near to her makes me happy. A part of my mind screams at me that I don't deserve it. The same way that she doesn't deserve to be so miserable. Still, I put on my brightest smile as I touch her arm. Kiss, 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 kiss! I feel like these two are a ways away from that. And that's fine. Like Tara's like the passionate one. I feel like Maddie and Abigail is gonna be more of a slow candle burn, so to speak.
That sounds perfect. I'd like nothing better. Shall we go now?
Yeah, sure.
As is tradition, I lead the way out of the church and towards the forest. The trees and branches part invitingly, familiar and old. I asked the forest to take us to the clearing, and I could feel it ripple in response. Not physically, but in my heart. I know that the forest is listening. It's difficult to explain. So much of this existence has become a habit and routine for me that I keep taking it for granted the difficulties Madison must be going through. The emotional turmoil, coupled with the way her own understanding of the universe itself keeps changing. I feel another pain in my heart at that, the stab of guilt once more for enjoying her presence. But at least she has presence. Madison accompanies me unhesitatingly, her steps more confident than they used to be. We walk side by side. I relish the closeness. I wonder if it even crosses her mind. When we reach the clearing, Madison sighs contentedly, relaxed and easy. A tranquil expression settles on her face, like a masterpiece of art. I'd spend the whole day appreciating that look if I could. The grove's serenity is contagious. I also feel a little more at peace here. It's so beautiful. I want to go to a place like that, where the trees are beautiful pink, and the bushes are a lovely lavender, and the water is a serene green, and just clear skies and snow to go with it. If I ever find a place like this, IRL, I swear I'm taking all of you there one way or another. Even if I just like do an IRL stream, gosh darn it. We head for the shore of the pond, as still and glassy as ever.
I really love it here. It's so calm.
I nod. Of course we've discussed it before, but I don't mind. I could listen to her talk about anything, for any amount of time.
It actually reminds me of somewhere back at home. There's a little lake near where Tara and I live. Sometimes I like to go and sit down there to think. There are a ton of geese and ducks around too. Sometimes they won't leave you alone, so you just have to ignore them.
Quack! I envision a flock of birds surrounding Madison, all quacking and vying for her attention.
Maybe they want you to sing to them too.
We're still on that. Abigail was trying to get Maddie to sing, and Maddie's like, no, I can't sing. I'm a terrible singer. Clearly, Abby still wants this to happen. Madison laughs, sweet and subtle. It's the most beautiful sound in the world.
Nah, they just want food. It's really popular to go down and feed them. Moms do it with their kids a lot. But then the birds get so used to it that they think every human has frozen peas for them.
They must be disappointed quite often then.
Yeah.
She trails off, looking wistful. I'm sure that she's thinking of home. I try not to ask her too much about her life before I met her, because I know that the memories hurt. To my surprise, though, Madison clears her throat and continues talking.
I wish that you could see it someday. My home, I mean, in America. I think you'd like it there.
Maybe not right now. Maybe in a few years.
I'm sure that I would. I'd love to see any place that you care so much about. All of the buildings and the lights.
I try to envision what it might be like, but it's futile. There's so much that I don't know. So many things that I haven't seen. Trying to imagine it is like trying to imagine a color that I've never seen before. No matter what she says, it's impossible to visualize. Even the memories I have of the few times I left Eisenfeld have long since faded. To me, the only world that exists now is the forest.
I keep thinking, in your time, what would I have been like? Would I be the same person if I never fell in love with films?
Films?
I mean, books existed back then. Swap out films for books and, same difference.
Oh, it's like a play that you can watch anytime. They're really compelling.
I see.
Madison moves her arms a little, looking like she wants to say more, but eventually just shakes her head. She smiles a bit sadly.
There are so many things like that. Films or events in history that are so normal to me, but that I keep forgetting you don't know about.
Well, you got like all of eternity to explain it.
So if I ever say anything that makes no sense at all, I can try to explain.
There are a lot of things I've wondered about, it's true. For instance, sometimes I'll see great noisy machines up in the sky. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Madison giggles again, but I don't know why.
Yeah, those are called airplanes. They're kind of like giant carriages that carry people around. That's how we got from America to here.
What? Don't tease me like that. There's no way something like that could fly.
Surprise! They can.
No, it's true. It's really true. They're the fastest way to get around the world. There are also these things called cars, which are much smaller and only fit a few people. But most people own their own car and use it to get around.
Do you have one?
I do.
You did. You're probably gonna have a rough time driving it now.
Why not use that to cross the ocean?
Oh boy. She laughs again, and I don't know why. At first I feel embarrassed. The gulf of knowledge that I lack nearly as wide as the ocean that she claims to have crossed. But then she steps closer, placing her arms around me in a light hug. Again, I don't know why. But it's lovely. I feel myself relaxing, leaning against her arms and just enjoying the closeness, the comfort, the affection. It's okay to love women now. We're not 200 years ago. Far too soon, Madison relaxes and I regretfully pull away from her. She gazes up at the sky, and for a brief moment, I anticipate another lesson about the modern world.
I've been thinking a lot about what you said the other day. About how you've never wanted to leave this place.
Yes, I'm far too cowardly for that.
And in many other ways, too.
I don't think that's cowardly at all. It's difficult to leave behind what you know and what feels safe. In fact, it's really scary.
Getting out of your comfort zone is a hell of a drug. Like, fun fact, I used to be extremely shy and introverted. If you can imagine that someone like me would be that way. And yeah, I suppose, like, oh, you're talking through a 2D anime girly on the screen, you're still shy and introverted. For those who have met me outside of this, you can probably vouch that I'm definitely not the shy, introverted person either. Maybe a little socially awkward, but not shy. At least not to the extent that I used to be.
I know that the two don't really compare, but before I decided to quit Terra's show, I felt the same way. Like I was afraid to leave, just because I was so used to it being part of my life. But I decided that if I wasn't happy with how things were, that I should just take the risk and change something. Everyone has those worries, though. That doesn't make you a coward.
Exactly. Like, change can be a little scary and a little unnerving, but feeling that way does not make you a coward or a bad person or anything. Madison half smiles, the side of her mouth curling up just a little bit.
If we ever do find a way out of here, maybe you could come back to America with me.
Give it a few years. She's joking. I'm sure that she doesn't mean it, or at least not fully. And yet my heart flutters like a bird taking flight. Even after everything that's happened, that she'd even have concern for someone like me. She truly is the most extraordinary person I've met. And as happy as her offer makes me, it hurts like a knife in my heart because I know that it could never be. I wouldn't deserve that kind of happiness anyway. Oh, Abigail. Oh, you deserve a good ending too. Still, I smile back in kind.
That might be nice. Would I have to ride on an airplane?
Oh, definitely.
When you go through it, I'm still trying to figure out how they can sit and lay on things, but still go through everything.
People don't really take boats across the ocean for travel anymore. Not nearly as much. Pretty much everyone flies.
Isn't that scary? How does something so heavy manage to stay up in the air?
Physics!
It's kind of scary the first few times, but you get used to it. As for how it's possible, well, there's all sorts of science behind it, but that would take too long to explain.
If you could make a paper airplane as a ghost, that would be pretty easy to explain it.
Anyway, though, you could stay with me and Tara. We've got plenty of space. Or we could help you find your own apartment. There's a lot you'd have to learn about the modern world, of course, but it'd be worth it, and we could help you learn.
Madison continues on, explaining this and that procedure we'd have to go through and how we'd overcome each obstacle. I play my part, smiling and nodding along. It's an easy role. It does sound wonderful. In fact, there's nothing I'd like more. And though at first I thought she was joking, she's being completely serious. That makes it hurt even more, because I know it's impossible. I mean, with that attitude, maybe it is possible. Maybe you just haven't tried hard enough yet, because, you know, you have no reason to. I close my eyes to help hide the tears that have sprung there, unbidden. Fortunately, Madison doesn't even seem to notice. Her voice trails off, and when I open my eyes again, I see that she's looking past me, her eyes wide with awe. I spin around, fluttering about far too early in the day.
Are
Fairies!
you're talking about?
Sorry. I'm excitable when I see magic.
Yes.
Well, they're cute little things. A handful of them flit amongst the trees and lights, paying us no mind. They move like dancers, their motions fluid and in sync with each other. As one rises up to adjust a hanging light, another fairy weaves between branches, carrying something in its hands that I can't see. Though I only spy a few of them right now, I'm sure that many more are just out of sight, deeper in the grove or otherwise nearby. Madison watches them with unabashed awe. I would too. Like, they're so cute. Oop, I didn't expect to fly by, but there they go.
What are they doing?
Being cute. I shrug.
I'm not sure. I've never seen them out during the day like this. Usually they stay hidden in their hive until the moon is out. They aren't like humans. They're something entirely different. Even though I've spoken with them before, I don't really understand them.
Yeah, makes sense. Probably can't talk either. At least not in the conventional sense, much like the spirit.
Wait, they can talk? Like they can speak human language?
Yes. They aren't the most eloquent, but yes.
I see.
The only time I've talked with them was the first time I came to this grove, all on my own. At first, they had tried to drive me out, but eventually realized that I meant them no harm. Since then, we haven't interacted.
They're part of the forest too, right? In the connected way that you were talking about before.
Yes.
She makes a sound in acknowledgement, but doesn't say anything more. Whatever implications or meaning that might have to her goes unspoken. Soon, the fairies disappear once more into the trees. Whatever business that called them here finished, they go silently, not even the hum of their tiny wings reaching us. When do we get to see the fairies talk? And is one going to claim to be the strongest? Probably not. After only seconds, we're left all alone again.
They weren't anything like I expected.
I wasn't sure what to expect.
Really? How so?
In stories I've heard, fairies are always smaller and look like little people with wings. Not like what we just saw. And they usually live in flowers and fields, not the snow. But those are just stories, of course. I keep having to remind myself that this is real life, and that real life doesn't care what happens in stories.
Exactly. Madison looks down at the pond, gently as she places the tip of her foot into the water. Of course, the water remains still, like she isn't even there. Alright, and we have ads coming up. So, I'll go ahead, let the ad break play out, and then we'll continue for a bit more before I end stream. Oh, the auto ad's always annoying. It's like, it'll just sit there and it'll say, ad starting soon, ad starting soon. We're like, why don't you give me a countdown, man? Like, if I hit the button manually, it's instant. But if it goes on its own, it's like, I'll think about it. Oh, still though, I'm not gonna advance anything until the ads are done. I feel like we're not going to get too much more discussion about what Evelyn is for a bit. We need this relationship to like start to come together. Like, as much as I like the main thread of Tara and Morgan uniting together to fight Evelyn somehow, I want to see this thread develop and become a thing. Like, everyone needs a happy ending, gosh darn it. I want to see everyone have a happy ending. And yes, I want to see Maddie and Abigail kissing too. And maybe I want a steamy scene of, I don't know, that scarf and maybe a couple of bits of Maddie's incorporeal coat, like covering the things that we can't show on Twitch. But just like, you know, them having had a night. Or a day, or whatever. It would be adorable to see. Yeah, adorable. It'd be hot to see. We'll find out, though. We'll find out soon enough. Would be pretty neat if somehow, some way that they are able to like get their bodies back and live their lives out again. Well, again in the case of Abigail. And welcome back from ad jail, everybody. Her hands are slightly outstretched, as if she might lose her balance or footing and fall in. I mean, she did, she wouldn't get wet. She turns around to face me.
I had an idea, actually. About getting out of here. Do you think that the forest spirit could help us? It's powerful, right? Maybe it could use its magic to make us humans again.
Holy optimism, Batman.
We could even talk to it together. You'd seriously be welcome to come back with me and Tara. I'd like that a lot, actually.
I can't look at her, can't meet her eyes. All I can do is nod, trying to smile and hoping that she doesn't see my tears.
I'd like that too. Perhaps it could help. There's certainly a chance.
I feel like the only way the spirit could do that is at its own expense, and I don't want to see anything bad happen to the spirit either. There isn't. Her face lights up. Even the prospect of leaving makes her happy.
Great! Maybe we can plan together what the best way to ask it would be?
I just nod again. It's all I can do.
Sure.
I can't bring myself to tell her the truth. That no matter what she asks, what she says, there's no way the spirit can grant her wish. It's not just something that can be reversed. Her mortal form was destroyed by Evelyn just shortly after I saved her spirit. Okay, so there is no body. Probably for the better. As far as the rest of the world is concerned, Madison Raines no longer exists. Neither the Forest Spirit nor I have the power to remake her. There's no escape. Hey, the box art outfit. And we're back with Morgan. Alrighty. Any other day, any other time, I would normally, like, keep going for a bit. But, as I've mentioned, like, only a million friggin' times, we are doing the model debut stream tomorrow, which means I desperately need to make sure I get enough sleep. And there are a handful of things that I need to do in the morning before I start. Thank you for the hydrate, girl. I definitely need that. And honestly, like, add a new chapter is probably about as good as a cutoff point as any. Now, I will say that part of my stream tomorrow will include some more Heart of the Woods, so it's not like I'm going to leave y'all hanging for too long. Like, I will probably in the morning, if I'm able to like adjust this into a way I could put into a Blue Sky post, like actually put up the stream schedule. Like, I have it planned out what I'm going to be doing. I have not done Horsey Girl game yet. I probably will at some point, but like, I'm not necessarily in a rush to like play something that literal everyone else is playing and that plenty of other people are also streaming. It's like, it's hard to stand out when you're doing the same thing that everyone else is doing. Well, it's pretty fun. I've heard it's fun. Like, I've watched other streamers play it. So I know it's a good time. It's just, I haven't been in a rush to jump into it myself. I mean, temptation will get the better of me eventually. It always does with these things, especially when it's like there is a free-to-play option. But it's not gonna be anytime soon. Just because there's like other stuff that I have that I want to get to and play through. So it's on the roadmap, but the path to it hasn't been drawn yet. And honestly, like, by the time I start getting through the other backlog of things I want to play, it might not even be irrelevant anymore, you know? Which, I might just pick it up and play it just to see what the hype was about, was past tense, but like... I want to do things that not everyone else is doing. Or at least within the VTuber spheres that I've been in. Alright. Oh, that being said, I do want to make sure I get myself a solid 8 hours of sleep. So I'm gonna go ahead and find us a raid target. So let's see who we got on. So let's see, Allison Sarah's on, Neon Harper's on. IRL Donut playing Horse Girl game. Last Seahorse. And Slump Neko. So I just rated Slump and Seahorse. I've never rated Donut before. And we were just talking about horsey games, so why not, right? If I'm not playing it, we can always jump into someone who is playing it, right? And Donut's pretty adorable. So at least I think she's adorable. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Alrighty. Here's our raid message. And if you're a subber, use this raid message. And all that's left for me to say is, have a good night, day, whatever time it is in your area of the world. And hopefully we'll see you here tomorrow at some point for the Genichiro 3.0 model debut stream. Oh man, I've been sitting on this for so long now. It's finally coming out to play, everybody. At long last. So, look forward to it. And I will see you here tomorrow. So, have a good night, day, whatever time it is in your area of the world. And all that's left for me to say now is bye-bye. Wang, wang.